Every new day offers a secret passage, not to the noise, but to yourself. As the Buddha said, what you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. Yet most people wake up only to fall back asleep. Not in bed, but in life, constantly scrolling, thinking thoughts that aren't even theirs, chasing a reality that leaves them exhausted. But what if your morning became your power? What if the first thing you said to yourself could shape your entire day? Your mood, your peace, your focus, your life. In this video, you'll discover 5 life-changing truths to tell yourself every single morning, rooted in Buddhist philosophy, mental clarity, and true inner change. 1. I am not my thoughts. I am the silence beneath them. Every morning, the world rushes in before the sun fully rises. Thoughts start before our eyes even open. Yesterday's unfinished business, today's obligations, tomorrow's unknowns. And most people suffer before they've even left the bed, not from pain in the body, but from the noise in the mind. A silent tempest forms within our minds, and it steals our peace silently. But the first truth you must tell yourself each morning is this: I am not my thoughts. I'm the awareness observing them. It sounds simple, but it holds the power to shift your entire day. In Buddhist teachings, the mind is like an untamed monkey swinging through trees, never still. But beyond the monkey's chaos is the sky, vast, silent, undisturbed. That sky is your true self. The mind thinks, judges, predicts, reacts. But you are the one who observes. When you begin the day by identifying with your thoughts, you tie your soul to their fluctuations. If your thoughts are anxious, you feel anxious. If they're self-critical, you carry shame. But none of that is you. You are the space that holds the thoughts, not the thoughts themselves. This is why most people suffer before breakfast. They never pause to notice. They wake up already inside their mind, already believing the morning narrative. Without knowing it, they let their mind speak first and their spirit second. But a mindful morning is built by reversing that. Let your spirit speak first. Tell yourself, I am not these thoughts. I am the silent presence observing their passage. This truth changes everything. Because once you create that space, just a moment of awareness, you're no longer trapped in the storm. You are sitting beside it calmly, like a serene practitioner sitting under the Bodhi tree, unmoved by the wind. When you observe instead of react, you give yourself the gift of choice. You are not the voice in your head. You are the awareness that hears it. And the more you rest in that silence, the more power you reclaim. So tomorrow morning, before the world has a chance to enter your mind, pause. Sit quietly on your bed's edge, close your eyes, breathe in, and speak this quietly to your heart. I am not my thoughts. I'm the calm beneath the surface. 2. Everything I need already exists within me. In the early hours, when the light is still soft and the world is just beginning to stir, a subtle false belief arises, a quiet lie that whispers, you are insufficient. It arrives before your feet touch the ground, a thought that says, you should transform more, succeed more, validate more, and in that moment you begin to chase. But before the first step of the day is taken, remember this truth. Everything I need already exists within me. Buddhism teaches that suffering begins the moment we believe something outside us will complete us. The moment we forget our wholeness, we start grasping at accomplishment, praise, connection, confirmation. It becomes a loop. We run toward things thinking they'll fill an inner emptiness, only to find that the more we run, the more distant peace becomes. Because peace cannot be found in things. It is already there, like peaceful water under shifting waves. In the morning, this illusion of lack is strongest. It's in browsing through other people's highlights, in the mental checklist of all you haven't done yet, in comparison, inner criticism, the pressure to achieve more. But when you pause and speak to yourself, all I need is already present, you break the spell. You return to sufficiency, not the sufficiency of ego, but the knowing of soul. Imagine a seed. From the outside it looks small, insignificant, but within it lies the potential of an entire forest. You are that seed, and yet most people forget. They seek light outside without realizing the sun also rises within them. When you're rooted in your own enoughness, you walk through the world not as one who asks, but one who offers. You don't chase love, you embody it. You don't seek worth, you express it. So each morning before the noise begins, return to this truth. Rest your hand over your heart. Close your eyes. Breathe gently and remind yourself, everything I need is already inside me. 3. No outside force has the ability to disturb my peace. A tranquil force lives in your core, a strength not born from force, but from stillness. Each morning the world begins to stir with disorder, commotion, pressures, anticipations. Some will come with anger, some with judgment, and without awareness you absorb it. But here is a truth that can change your entire day. Nothing beyond me has the ability to disrupt my calm. You are not a sponge meant to soak up the moods of others. You are a mirror that shows without absorbing. In Buddhism, we learn that suffering often comes not from what happens, but from how we carry what happens. The moment you internalize another person's chaos, you lose your own center. To live with calm in a chaotic world is not weakness. It is mastery. True detachment isn't shutting down your heart, but expanding your awareness. It is loving while staying whole. Assisting without grasping, hearing without internalizing. Imagine a calm, undisturbed lake. Stones may be thrown, winds may blow, but the depths remain undisturbed. This is the practice, to let the world touch the surface, but never shake your foundation. You are not responsible for the climate of others' thoughts. Their anger is not yours. Their fear is not yours. What defines you is how you return to yourself after being pulled. Each morning you get to choose. Will you shoulder everyone's burdens or traverse life with centered stillness? Say to yourself gently, nothing beyond me can disrupt my calm. 4. Today, I choose presence over pressure. Most people wake up already running, not with their feet but with their mind. The pressure begins before the eyes fully open. Jobs to do, replies to send, accountabilities gathered like regiments outside your room. This is the truth to carry into the start of each day. Today, I select mindfulness instead of stress. When you rush your morning, you rush your life. You start the day not as a conscious person, but as an automaton, reacting, hurrying, checking, chasing. Before you've taken your second breath, the day is already in control of you. But Buddhism reminds us to return. Return to your breath. Return to this moment, because this moment is the only place where life truly lives. The Buddha once said, "The trouble is you think you have time." We often live as if life exists somewhere in the future, after the inbox is cleared, after the meeting ends. But life doesn't begin when the to-do list is done. Life is happening now, in each inhalation, each exhalation, in a still moment drinking tea, in light gently heating your skin. Pressure is often just a fabrication appearing as essential. It convinces us that racing ahead is mandatory, that handling multiple things is impressive. But pressure only pulls us away. It disconnects us from the softness of the present. Presence is your true home. It asks for nothing but your attention. No act, no ideal execution, just your willingness to show up fully to what's here. So when the morning arrives, don't begin with your to-do list. Begin with breathing, pausing, resting your hand upon your heart. Speak to yourself with kindness. Today I pick being here over feeling rushed. 5. I am letting go so life can flow. Each morning gives you a quiet choice to cling or to surrender. Most of us, without noticing, start the day already clinging to strategies, to assumptions, to our ideas of how life should proceed. But here's a truth that can gently set you free. I am releasing so existence can flow. Attachment is a gentle sort of cage. You may not see the bars, but you feel the weight, the necessity to command, the worry about evolution. Buddhism teaches that suffering begins where attachment takes root. The moment you say, "This is required to happen," you invite fear. But life, like a river, was never meant to be forced. It was meant to be followed. Your plans matter, but they're not meant to become chains. When you clutch at destinations too desperately, you block what's trying to unfold. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means entering the current, relying on intelligence beyond yourself. Bamboo moves with the air current, not because it's weak, but because it knows how to stay standing. In that surrender, you don't lose your strength, you discover it. So speak softly to your soul as the day begins. I surrender the urge to manage. I release my vision of how things should be. I permit life to guide me. The more you loosen your grip, the more your life begins to flow, like inhalation, like currents, like days progressing. You move with life instead of struggling against it. As the Zen teaching says, when the mind settles, truth reveals itself. Begin each day by hearing your internal wisdom and watch the external world echo your inner stillness.